Hi guys, I'm Linda, and this is No Frills ASMR. I got the Costco. This is like different. It's kind of different. Usually they're more narrow and they have a flap. But anyway, maybe this is just online stuff. Whatever. I thought we could flip through it. But before that, I have to tell you a bee story. So my son recently bought a house, and my husband went over there yesterday to help. They've been like every Tuesday, they get together and do some projects around his house. Sometimes I go over, sometimes I don't. But all of a sudden, I get a call from them, and they said, "We need your help," because neither one of them deal with bees. And apparently, my son said his dryer hasn't been drying. It's just like the clothes keep staying wet. And he bought the house about 2 months ago. Like, why has he been letting his clothes stay wet for like 2 months? I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, so my husband said, "Well, you have to clean the vent." And he said, "Well, I always clean it." Well, that's the vent trap. Maybe this is good for everybody to hear. Behind your dryer, there's a vent tubing that usually goes outside. And sometimes it'll just be short, but sometimes it can go a ways, depending on how far you are from the outside of your house, your dryer. And that, even with the vent trap in place, that can start to, lint can build up in there. If it builds up enough, it'll block it, and then your dryer won't work. It just won't ever dry the clothes. Also, can be a fire hazard. So you got to clean that out like once a year, at least. Maybe not at least. Once a year is good. If you do it once a year, you're probably pretty good. Unless, I don't know, maybe if you're drying more clothes than I am, I don't know. But, okay, so the way his is set up, the dryer is over here, and the vent kind of goes like, I can't exactly remember, but it goes up the wall. And then outside the house here. Because there's like a sink. No, that's not right. There's a cabinet or something, but then the washer is here. And then there's kind of a corner here. And the sink is over here. So I guess the plumbing's over here. That's why they have the washer and the sink here. So the dryer's here. Anyway, whatever. So it's a little ways. So they called me up and they said, we went to disconnect this to clean it out, and bees started coming out. I was like, okay, on my way. So I brought the bee suits. I have 2 bee suits. And I went over there and I was kind of listening to it and everything. And I thought, well, first let's try this. So we disconnected it, and we had like 5 bees fly into the room. And that's when I realized they're not honeybees and they're not yellow jackets. They're the big bumblebees. Like, you know what I'm talking about, the big fluffy ones. Which is kind of good because they don't nest. Like honeybees, you could have 10,000 bees. The big bumblebees, they might have like 50 to a couple hundred in a hive, which is still a lot of bees. And they're pretty docile. They don't tend to attack you, except that if you're messing with their hive, then they'll attack you. And they did get a little aggressive. And the way their stingers work, like a honeybee has a barb. So if they sting you, the bee dies. But these bees have a smooth stinger, so they can sting you and sting you and sting you. So anyway, so we took off this part, and I brought my leaf blower, and so I put the leaf blower in and just tried to blow them out, because I thought, well, if it's just a few, maybe we can just blow them out and then cap it. Well, I blew and I blew and I blew and I blew. And I put my phone camera out here. It's actually a video of it. And some bees were coming out. But as soon as they came out, they started flying against the wind to go right back in there. They were like dead set on getting back inside. So we tried that first and it wasn't super effective. So I put a towel, I just stuffed the towel back in here. And I was like, okay, plan B. Because as soon as I stopped blowing, they all flew back in. And we couldn't cap it because you could see there were more hanging out in this. It's sort of curved. It's like not flat piping. It's that, what's the word I'm looking for, you guys? It's like expandable. I can't think of the word. For some reason, it's blanking in my head. So it has some curves in it. And so they'd get in like the little nooks and crannies of it and hang on for their life. So I'm like, okay, forget that. So I said, you two have the bee suits. My husband and my son are wearing the bee suits. So there were a couple of like breaks where you could unattach, and make a break. There were like a bunch of them. So I said, all right, let's take it apart right here. And super fast, one of you will put a towel over this end and I'll put a towel over this end. And you guys carry this chunk outside and set it down, let the bees leave. And I'll hold this until you come back. And then we'll take off this chunk and then we'll take off this chunk. We'll just do it chunk by chunk. So they're like, okay. All right, so now these two yo-hos have the bee suits on. Yoo-hoos, I guess. And I do not. So they take their chunk and walk away with it. And so now I'm left with basically this chunk right here. And my son had handed me a towel. It's about the size of a hand towel, not super big. And at first I was going to drape it over and try to hold it, but it all happened really quick. Bees start coming out. So I crumpled it into a ball and stuffed it in here. And at first that seemed like it was working, but then the bees started to kind of push their way out of the towel. And my hand's here and they're crawling on my hand. I'm like, oh God. So I'm looking around and there's nothing around me to grab. And I couldn't let go because I'm holding it in there. So I just found like a thing like this that was flat. And I thought, okay, I'll just pop that on the end to hold them. So I popped it on, but the pipe, somebody had like cut it. It was like a material you could probably cut with scissors, and it just wasn't exactly flat. So here I am holding this thing, and the bees are coming out and they're walking at me, and they're flying into my face, which is how bees show you they're mad. So they're flying up into my face. I'm like, oh my God. So I start screaming, I'm like, help. And the funny thing is, I'm holding this and all I really need is another towel, bigger towel that I can shove in here. So I'm like, get me another towel. And my son comes in and he's wearing the full on bee suit. Now, this is not the son who deals with bees. This is not Quinn. This is a different one who we haven't had on the show yet, but one day. And he's like in the bee suit and he sees all these bees and he like takes the towel and like throws it at me and goes around. He's like, ah. I'm like, you're wearing the bee suit. He's like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's right. But it is funny. The first time you wear it, you're still a little freaky. So then he came back, but I just thought it was hilarious. I'm like, I am unsuited up, crawling with bees, and you're wearing a bee suit and you're running away. But anyway, so we put another towel in there and it was okay. And then we took it apart here. Maybe we took it apart right from the outside. I don't remember. But anyway, and no, I guess we took it apart here and we took that piece out. And then this part, we left the towel in and we shoved it out that way and immediately capped it. So we got all the bees out and it was all very exciting. And then there were bees in the basement. And I told my son, I go, you just gently grab them in your bee glove and take them outside and let them go. And he's like, what? No, not me. I'm not doing. I'm like, you can do this. You can do it. And so I just walked away. I went upstairs, closed the door, and left him to it. And he did it all by himself. But yeah, it was all fun. So we got rid of the bees. And the other thing was his garbage disposal wasn't working. And he knew that before he moved in. It was in the inspection. Well, I sat there and messed with that for a while. And suddenly I realized, like, I kept trying to clean it. I mean, of course, I unplugged it, everything. But I kept trying to clean it out. And I'm like, why isn't it spinning? Like, it's so... I couldn't even see the bolts and stuff of it. I'm like, what is going on here? And so I ended up taking a screwdriver and just smashing it. Somebody had, like, I don't know what was in here. It almost looked like somebody had dumped clay. Like if there was a potter living there, I'd be like, they dumped clay down the sink. It looked like clay had been dumped down there. And then when I chunked it off, it came out in hard pieces like rocks, like total rocks. And I had to chip away at the whole thing and then chip away at the cylinder, like has teeth that it moves like around, and that's how the food kind of grinds. And that was all chunked up. I had to clean all that. And then there are like these two flippers that move the food, and those were completely solidly stuck. And I sat there and just and I got it working. So it was a very successful day. Very excited. All right. So anyway, we can look at this Costco wholesale members only savings. Okay. Kirkland batteries. I've never bought these. I always get the Duracell. I do get Duracell at Costco because they usually have pretty good sales. But $17 for all these batteries. If I still had a kid with those remote controls, oh my God, I would buy these. The like PlayStation remote controls. One time I bought rechargeable batteries, but this is way back, and they weren't very good. They didn't work very good, but I wonder if now they're better. I don't know. All right. Ninja Creamy Deluxe 11-in-1 ice cream and frozen treat maker, $150. I could buy a lot of ice cream for $150. I can't have more stuff that sits on my counter. I just don't have all that much counter space. So this is an ice maker. It makes nugget ice. Why does nugget make me giggle? I don't know. All right, Ninja Professional Blender with Auto IQ. Is this an AI blender? It's like, don't put that in there. That's too much ice cream. Linda, don't add that much chocolate syrup. Too many calories. I'd be like, ah. Oh, hey, you want to know something about AI? So I do occasionally mess around with Chat GPT. Like yesterday when I was trying to fix the garbage disposal, I was kind of asking it questions. And here's something that it just started doing that I find disconcerting. It said, last time, this is Chat talking to me about fixing the garbage disposal. It says, last time I did that, I used, or no, it was the dishwasher. It was talking about taking off those swirly, the things that spray water, and make sure all the holes are clean in it. And it said, last time I did it, I used a toothpick, but you could use a wire. And I'm like, last time you did it? What? What is happening? It was weird. I know I shouldn't be using it. Sometimes when you're just trying to look up, like I used to look on YouTube, now like Google, it gives you an AI answer off the bat. So I don't know. I think we're all stuck in this. I don't know. All right. Pioneer all-in-one party speaker for $200. That's fun. I'll take two. Soundcore Boom 3i Bluetooth speaker, $75. Shocks Open Fit Open Ear True Wireless Earbuds. What does that even mean, true wireless? Like, aren't almost all earbuds now? Although I actually wear earbuds that have a wire. But I don't think the wire does anything. It's not like for a purpose other than so that like when I'm walking and then somebody starts talking to me, I can flip them out of my ears and then they magnet together and it turns off the podcast really quick. So I use them for exercise. But when I'm wearing them like this, people I think I have a necklace. And I'm like, no. All right. Calpack every multi-piece luggage bundle for $150. I don't know. I kind of do. I have a really cheap suitcase. And it doesn't have the wheels that can go in all directions. I'm kind of wondering, is $150 a good price for a big suitcase, a smaller one, and then like I guess that's like a carry. I don't know if they're showing like you get a backpack. I don't know. Anyway, a cooler lunch pack, Hawaiian Tropic SPF 30 sunscreen. What else do we have here? A Shark vacuum. Ooh, a Dyson for $220. No. Save $220. This is online only. I wonder how much it is. You save $220. I bought a Dyson refurbished on Amazon. So it was like $100. It was a pretty good price, and I love it. I've used it for, I don't know, 2 years now. I love it. Ninja Flip 10-in-1 toaster. What does that mean, flip? I don't know. Oven and air fryer. I've never used an air fryer, and I kind of want to, but like I said, I don't want any more stuff on my counter. All right, a 65-inch 4K TV for $529. This is interesting, actually. This is a 55-inch TV, 4K mini LED smart TV for $400. I don't know about the price or anything, but it's getting hard to find 55-inch TVs. They're almost all huge. And in my living room, I don't want anything bigger than 55-inch. This is online only. See, I'd have to see it in person because I don't like it when these TVs have too much of a shiny screen and you get all that glare. Because we have like windows in our living room and I need like a matte finish almost. If anybody has a Samsung, let me know. Epson wireless super tank printer. I have a black and white printer from like 30 years ago. It still works. $80 off Bridgestone tires. Under cabinet rechargeable lights. The only thing I don't know about is that rechargeable parts. You have to plug them in and charge them all the time. It sounds like a pain. Fire alarms. That's one of the first things we did when my son moved into his house. We put fire alarms all over the place. Mohawk home waterproof vinyl flooring. What is that? A video doorbell. Outdoor wall light. Venus razors. Good God, look how many. 15. You get $5 off. That's a lot. You know, I just opened a new one the other day and I feel like it's not very good. And I usually like these Venus razors, but it felt like it's not as sharp for some reason. That's weird. I don't know. Band-Aid. Look at all these Band-Aids. $10 for all those Band-Aids. I almost wonder if I should get this. I never have Band-Aids when I need them. But it would take me a lifetime to use these. What do they have in here? A travel pack. Flexible fabric. Water block. Tough strip. Flexible fabric. Oh, I don't know. Maybe not. Philips Sonicare Brilliant Clean Electric Rechargeable Toothbrush. $55. And then a 2-pack for $129. Well, it's cheaper to buy 2 of these, but maybe these are easier to store. I don't know. All right. Bunch of heads for toothbrushes. Dove. Liquid Ivy. I did not like the taste of that when I got it. Cetaphil. I like Cetaphil. I kind of like CeraVe better, though, but I like it. Supernatural Potent Aloe Shampoo and Conditioner. Supernature. I've never heard of that. What does this smell like? I may have to check that one out next time I'm there. Flamingo by Harry's Shave Kit. I don't know about that. Hydro Boost, $21.99 for 2. Makeup remover cleansing towelettes, $15 for, I don't know how many, 125 count. And then Beach Defense SPF 60 sunscreen spray. I hate the spray. I'm so anti-spray because when I'm at the beach and people near me are spraying it and I have to it blows and you have to breathe it in. I'm like, I hate it. I also just don't think it works very well. It's like you have to spray it and then rub it in, or it's not really going to work. If you just spray it, you'll get burnt spots. I just don't like it. My brother's family always uses it, and their eyes sunburnt. I'm like, just get the Coppertone Sport and rub it on in the morning, and you're done for the day. You don't even have to. They say to put it on again. I'm here to tell you, you don't need to. If you put on a good coat and give it time to soak in, you're good, man. You're golden. All right. I'm talking about the blue bottle Coppertone Sport SPF 50. That stuff. Not the kids one. Lume Whole Body Soft Powder Deodorant. So this isn't antiperspirant. I hate to say it, guys. If it ain't antiperspirant, it ain't working. Depends, boys, pull-ups, easy ups, Listerine. Oh, I do need some of these. I have a love-hate relationship because I don't want to use them because they're plastic, but they work on my teeth, and I love them, so I have to use them. That's the way it is, my friends. Adidas men's active shorts for $11.99. Jerry's men's polo for $9.99. How come I'm not sure? Is that Gary or Jerry? That's Jerry, right? Men's trail short. These look too long. Guys, I'm going to give you all advice. Get the shorter shorts. They look better on men's legs. You don't need to have them down to your knees. Dance Skin women's leggings. Ella Moss women's wide leg crop. It says crop, but it doesn't, on this woman, doesn't look like much of a crop. Sleeve embroidered top. What's the embroidered? There must be something going on right here. I just can't quite see it. Berkshire Down Alternative Blanket. That sounds kind of nice. Sealy Sterling Collection Down Alternative Pillow. $13.99 for 2. How are these? I do want new pillows. I think some kids, when they left the house, took pillows. And I'm like, using trash pillows. I'm like, where's my good pillows? You have to try those. Hotel Signature 400 thread count Egyptian cotton 6-piece sheet. I have to have the super, super, super deep sheets. Super deep. My mattress is like, I can't even show you on camera. It's so deep. Costco shop card. Window treatment. I don't know. Beauty rest for $300 for a mattress. Foster Grant 3-pack of glasses, $15.99. Sorry. Got a frog in my throat. Ribbit. Novaform 14-inch Seraphina Perfect Temp Gel Memory Foam Queen mattress, $550. And then they have sofas for $1,000. Dining table for $600. This is interesting. It's like a rack for all these plastic bins that people, you know how you never know? And if you stack them, you're like, ugh. So I assume these are, you can pull out this one without taking that, right? I've never seen those before. It's kind of interesting. Not that I have any plastic bins, but if I did, $60. Interesting. Look at this. Bosch 800 fully automatic espresso machine, $1,300. Whoa, baby. But look, it can brew 2 espressos and then froth the milk. other appliances, Maytag. See, if I were buying a washer dryer, I'd buy the most basic. These ones, what do they call those? Upright or whatever. I've never owned one, but my sister has. I don't think they're very good. I like just the good old fashioned, I think, better. What else we got here? Oh my God, my favorite potato chips in the whole world right here. I love Cape Cod. I like the 40% less fat. This is my favorite. I like the super crunchy kettle cooked. I know a lot of people don't like them. I love them. But this is too big of a bag. I'm the only one who eats them. I can't eat. I shouldn't eat that many. If they made this and had it like broken up into two, like you eat this side and then you flip it and you eat this side. Hey, that's a good idea. Has anyone ever thought of that? You eat this side and then maybe there's enough space so you can cut it if you want. Actually, okay, it just has a stamp, right? So you eat this side and then there's like a zip. There's like you cut this thing and then there's a zip and then you get to eat this side. That's $1 million idea. We got to get a patent for it. Here's our potato chip, giant bag. In the middle, there is a zip. Although those zips, they hardly ever work. So there's kind of a... Alright, so you got all your chips here. You eat from here. Once you get to this, you can take your scissors and you cut that part off, and then you unzip it, and you have more chips here. $1 million idea. I'm an idea factory, you guys. If only I ever cashed in on any of it. All right, Tramontina tri-ply clad stainless steel ceramic nonstick. I actually think I might have this brand. I can't remember. I think I do. I think I like them too. All right, Ninja Crispy 5-in-1 portable glass air fry cooking system. What? You can take it with you. K-Cups, Lesser Evil organic Himalayan popcorn with coconut oil. I think I had this. I don't love the coconut oil flavor. I think. Okay, goldfish. I'm sick of them because I had 3 kids and we had way too many goldfish. Z-bars. These are too sweet and palm oily tasting to me. I don't like them. Miss Vicky's. My kids always say Miss Vicky's is good, but I don't know. I don't have an opinion. Organic crispy coconut rolls. It'd be nice if they had a sample of that. I don't know. Archer grass-fed beef stick minis. I'd rather just eat a piece of meat, I think. I don't really like the dried meat stuff. Kinder Bueno crispy creamy chocolate bar. Too sweet for me. Pistachios. I eat these a lot. And I do like the salt and pepper, but this bag's almost too big. I can't eat that many, I don't think. Okay. Trail mix. Power up. Nutella on the go. So you have these little cracker, like cookie crackers, and you dip them in the Nutella. Annie's organic mac and cheese. I used to buy this when my kids were smaller. Heinz ketchup and organic ketchup. So you get 3 if you want the Simply ketchup, which is made with sugar. And you get 2 if you want the organic version. I don't know which I'd pick. I don't know. Hellmann's real mayonnaise. Hellmann's is like... Oh, and then here's Best Foods. Yeah, I was going to say. Hellmann's and Best Foods, I think they're the same company. But I don't think their recipes are exactly the same. Because my mom claims Best Foods is, because there's no sugar, that it's... No, not Best Foods. No. I'm getting this wrong. What's the one that they say it's twangy? Oh my God, I'm blanking the name of it. I have it in my refrigerator right now. No. Okay. I think these are just the same, but there's another one, Duke's. That's my mom, who's Southern, so she knows mayonnaise. She says Dukes. So that's what you should get if you want mayonnaise. Southerners know mayonnaise. All right, Hidden Valley Homestyle Ranch. Dry seasoning and or dressing. Can you use this dry seasoning to make homemade ranch? You know they used to have those packets. I kind of want to make homemade ranch with buttermilk and everything. Anyway, Vita Coco coconut water. Taster's Choice. Blah. I hate that stuff. I used to take it camping, backpacking. I have never found a instant coffee that I can tolerate. I hate it all. Nutella, hazelnut spread. It's not my favorite. I know people love it. It's like too sweet for me. Honey Nut Cheerios, yummy. I do love Honey Nut Cheerios. Carbone spicy vodka sauce. I don't know. I don't know about that. What is this? Noosa yogurt. Yeah, I see this all the time. I've never tried it. What do you get? 12 for $6.39? That's not bad. Yeah, I've never had that. Ginger Love. Organic Ginger Love cold pressed lemon ginger pineapple lemonade. I don't know. And then almond flour grain free tortillas. Haagen-Dazs vanilla milk chocolate almond ice cream bars. Wait, does that mean the ice cream's almond, or does that mean it has almonds in it? Vanilla milk chocolate almond. I think it just means it has almond chips in it. Because my son can't really do that much dairy. So I have to get like oat milk stuff for him. Tyson's rotisserie chicken breast strips. Jimmy Dean's sausage, cage-free egg, and cheese croissant. Sabatasso's French bread pepperoni pizza. Ooh, I wonder if that's like Stouffer's. I love Stouffer's French bread pizza. But you always burn your mouth on them. You have to be very careful. Healthy Choice organic fudge bar. Yum, I love a fudgicle. Adele's chicken and apple sausage. Oh, I see. So you can get the natural or the organic. Green Ridge Naturals beef snack stick. Ugh. President Feta cheese crumbles. Look at this. This, just so you know, I swear it's that tall. Like, it is so big. And it's only $4.59. It is so tempting to buy this because it's such a good deal. But not ever could I eat this much feta. And one time the lady there said, well, you could freeze it. I'm like, I still don't know if I could eat it. Like, it's a lot of feta cheese. I don't know. Anyway, Tide liquid laundry detergent. Gain. I hate Gain because it's too much scent. It's so perfumed. I find it like gives me a headache. So I can't use that. All free and clear. So my sister uses. I use these pods. I like a little bit of scent, but not Gain's too much for me. These things, I don't really get that. And I don't think it's good for your dryer. You'd have to look it up. But I think these beads aren't good for your dryer. Bounty Advanced paper towels. Fabuloso. They just had a recall. If you own that, you might check the recall. Lysol disinfecting wipes. Febreze. Dawn Platinum Plus Power Wash dish spray. I know this is like probably a scam. The fact that like I heard they put just some alcohol in there and water and then you can spray it. That's what I've heard. And that you're paying a lot more for less. But I love this stuff. I think the spray works good. I like to go ch-ch-ch-ch. So I do really like it. I don't know how much. $3 off. It doesn't say. But I have to say, it does seem to work really good. Palmolive Scrub Mommy. I stopped using these because they just fall apart. And I heard that these little Scrub Mommy and Scrub Daddies put more plastics into the water than like anything else right now. Like they sell so many of these. and they just leave little microplastics that go down your drain and they get in the water supply. And I was like, ooh, I don't like that. Finish Powerball Ultimate Quantum Dishwasher Tablets. This is what my dishwasher says to use. I think I have a Bosch. I think they say to use the Finish one. Kleenex. Well, luckily, we're in summer, so hopefully Kleenex won't be necessary. Chinette and Hefty. These are like so many plates, so many. Freezer quart bags, freezer gallon bags, sparkling water, Poppy, prebiotic sodas. I think I tried one time and it wasn't for me, but I know a lot of people really love them. I think it depends on how much you're affected by the taste of stevia. That taste, I don't like it, but some people don't seem to mind it, so I don't know. Celsius, sparkling ice. I don't know all these things. Propel, kitty cat food, dog treats, bully hide juice, joint health for doggies. I gotta get an eye exam. Buy one pair, save 50. Kirkland Signature contact lenses. I think I might need these. I want to start wearing contacts again. I kind of quit wearing them. Align Daily Probiotic. And then all the vitamins, all sorts of vitamins. This stuff's good. This BioTrue. I like this. $17 for 2 plus 2. That's really not bad. And then there's this you're supposed to take, like if you have macular degeneration in your family, which I do, but I never take them because for some reason I think it gives me a tummy ache, and I think it's the red. Whatever makes that pill red is what they use in a vitamin called One a Day. It makes my stomach sick for some reason. I don't know why. More vitamins, Advil, probiotics, Tylenol. You know how much money is in this industry? So much money. So much money. Magnesium, CoQ10, OsteoBiflex, probiotics. What else do we have here? Calcium, vitamin D, hair, skin, and nails, fish oil. What else? One a Day, Aleve, Refresh. I think that's contact. I don't know what that is actually. Ashwagandha. What else do we have? B complex, theanine, magnesium. These are supposed to be for your brain. Norviva brain supplement. If you look at the ingredients in these, they're usually B vitamins. You can look and sometimes you go, that's pretty expensive. I can get that a lot cheaper some other way. Oh, Pepsid AC, Neosporin, Tylenol. Oh, there you go. That's like everything, guys. Turmeric, brain health, CoQ10, doggy stuff. What does this do? I don't know what this is. The #1 vet combo preventative is for worms or something. I don't